I thought I'd come back and talk to y'all tomorrow, but I got time today. Come on in, bring a friend. Let's talk about it. Whatever you choose to talk about. Y'all getting on my case about Ms.V 30 minutes behind. That's old Bama. Uh, on her chat. I ain't never behind. Not me. I'm always with you. I'm coming back and give you the opportunity to say whatever's on your mind. Come on, bring it to me. Let's talk about it. Anything y'all choose to talk about, any questions y'all got to ask respectfully, I'll answer. It can be about me, it can be about somebody else. No drama. Uh-uh. No drama. That's it. Come on in, bring a friend. Let's talk about it. Trying to get this other phone to working. Oh, you little horses. I'm giving y'all the opportunity to come in. I got some things I'm gonna talk about if y'all don't want to talk. Cause see, they don't understand my chat over here. Sometimes my chat just chat. They chatters, and then at other times they listeners. Okay, I understand, cause that's who I am. It's all good. I got plenty of time. I'm already dressed for work. I was going to go to sleep, but then I was like, man, I don't want to lay down. I was going down to Miss Marks and take the stuff so I could have my kitchen straight. The rain said, no, you got to sit it down. You can't do that today because it's raining out there. So, hey, I'm a very diverse person. I told y'all that. I just change with the flow. Whatever the weather, it's cool with me. You'll get to that point if you live long enough. Get your favorite beverage. Mine is cranberry juice right now and water. That's what I got going on. So get your favorite beverage. I'm going to work, so I can't have other alcoholic beverages. I'm drug tested. I'm not an alcoholic like it's been said out here. I just meet people where they are on their own level and talk whatever they want to talk. If it makes sense. If it don't make no sense, I ain't got time to chat with you now. Hey, everybody coming in. Let me get to the point here. Let me keep up with my chat, okay, and talk to y'all. Because it's all y'all today. I'm just out here. We talking today, chatting about what you want to chat about. Hey, where you been, yo? How life been treating you? What's been going on? Come on, tell TT. I'm here to listen. Miss Vivian, you back? Yeah, we back still. I ain't got nothing else to do. I'm already dressed for work, so it's all good, but I guess you see I got some sleeves on. They'll never crack my skin. Go through the shirt and the jackets and whatever else I'm gonna have on. You gotta learn that. Woo! I love it. Pastor Thomas is in the chat today. How you doing, Pastor Thomas? Hope you had a blessed and wonderful day. Hope life is treating you well. Thank you for coming in tonight. Miss Veronica, hey Veronica, Veronica, you been gone for a minute. Where you been, sugar? Hi, beautiful Miss V in chat. I hit that like button on the way in, and I appreciate it. But I ain't struggling with that like button in 2025. I might mention it once, but I see y'all in other chats. Y'all hit the like button when y'all want to. So if y'all don't want to hit the like button for me, I ain't. And what can I do? Besides, keep on. Please hit the like button. Please make sure your notification bell is on. Make sure your notification bell and change. Cause I ain't finna do all that in 2025. I don't feel like it. You excited? I get to wear my mini boots. All right, this thing. Here in Texas, those things, they wear boots all year long. It's cowboy country, cowgirl country here. And I kind of pull out my boots every now and then if it's not too hot. Now, if it's too hot, and boots ain't gonna have my feet sweating. I got lots and lots of boots too. We got it like that. We in cowgirl country down here. Oh, speaking of the cowgirls, y'all know them cowboys lost. I'm sorry, Chocolate. Yeah, they did. They let the Commanders, Washington, beat them 23-19. So they did put up a little struggle, a little effort. I ain't heard from no Chocolate, though. Not today. And probably won't hear from him none this week. He'll be moaning and groaning. But see, that's what it's like when you used to bragging on your team and you can't take that L, when they lose. And you always think that because they got this legacy that they had going on years ago. Because I ain't seen nothing in the last 20 years. I'm just being honest with you. That's it and that's all. But when, they talk trash to me, by my team for 15 whole years, baby, at some point I'm gonna let him have it. Okay? Yeah. He avoid me right now, but you can't avoid me a lifetime, boo. We family. Better come on and act like you know. I didn't avoid you. Yo, yo, what you saying? I gotta keep my hand on this old crazy thing. It snowed in, Miss V. What? Yo, 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 yo snowed in. Oh, yo, yo is snowed in. That's a good thing. That'll make her settle down and give her time to think and reflect on 2024 and where she going in 2025 and go out there and make her some ice cream. Don't get the top of the snow now, it's dirty. Don't get the bottom. You shove off the top of the snow and get that milk and go on in there and get that pet milk, carnation milk, whatever kind of milk you gonna use, and get you some vanilla flavor, a little sugar, and make it happen. That's the best ice cream you can have, girlfriend. Then Miss Carolyn Tottenham that comes in the chat says she froze her snow and she still had snow from somewhere from the last snow. Try and see if it worked. Come on and tell me. I've been working. Life is good. I'll be in there Monday on what we talk about. Oh, okay, yo. It's all good. Yeah, do that. Uh-huh. Pastor Thomas is in the building. Say, I'm doing great. God bless you, Ms. V. Thank you, Pastor Thomas. And right back at you. May he bless each and every one of you people in my chat. I ain't got no hate in my heart. I ain't got no evil in my heart. I want everybody to live a prosperous life, do well, have pleasant thoughts and pleasant dreams and be able to get along and move around in the world and go see the world and, do the best you can on the job. And if the job ain't working out for you right, then go find you something else to do. Don't stay there a lifetime being miserable and unhappy for the money and then might not live through retirement to spend the money. It wasn't designed to be that way. That might not be for you. Stop holding on to something that might not be for you. Go try something different, okay? I'm still living in a hotel. Wait a minute, Veronica, waiting on my home getting repaired after a house fire. I didn't know that, Veronica. Well, at least you're indoors. Okay, that's a good thing. You had insurance on your house, I'm sure. So it's getting repaired and you'll be back in there bigger and better. Look at the bright side of it. The negative was the house fire, but the positive is it'll be put back together the way you want it, and then you can live happily ever after. And you got a roof over your head and a hotel. God is good. Praise him. Sting said, I never could do the boots in the summertime. Now, it's a little hot for them boots in the summertime. Feet be sweating. You mess around, catch athlete's foot and all that good stuff. Hey, Brittany Pooh, you still celebrating sugar? The Chiefs lost to what? The Chiefs lost to 38-0. Who the hell they played at 38-0? Who beat them that bad? Not the Chiefs. They the number one predicted to go to the Super Bowl and beat up everybody and get a three-peat going on. Come back, Sting. Hey, my caller, how you doing? Hope you have a good night at work. It's gonna be good. You know why? Because I ain't gotta go back the night, my last night. It's all in your mindset how you gonna deal with it. I mean, even when it's a bad night. Last night I kept telling myself, this will soon be over. Nothing lasts forever. Just get through it. That's all you gotta do. And then you can forget it. You can put it behind you for a couple of days. Yep. Get to doing something else you need to do or want to do. Hey, Miss Vivian. Y'all are still speaking. Miss Vivian said, me too, Miss V. I want everybody to win. Yeah, I mean, it's a good feeling when you see people winning in life instead of struggling all their life. I mean, think about it. If you're in a struggle, Miss Vivian, and I'm sitting up there hating on you while you in the struggle, how do you think I'm going to be blessed on the back end or on down the road and I sit up there and hate it on you? What goes around comes around. Karma is a mug. These people out here don't understand how life works. If they did, they zip their lips and kind of watch what they say. Because what goes around comes around. Okay, so you bashed me today, you gonna get bashed tomorrow. You wishing ill will on me. Now yours have become a reality. Wow. Y'all don't get it, but you will. Hey, Miss Cynthia, how you doing this evening? To God be the glory. Yes, indeed, Veronica. You know it all. It could have been worse than that. You could have been burned in the house. You could not even be here to tell the story. I always look for the bright side. Look for the positive side in life. Everything don't have to be negative. Negativity doesn't do anything for you at all. It ruins your morale, your spirit. It traps you in a low place, low vibrational place. Don't live your life like that. It's not worth it. Hey, Princess Strickland, how you doing, babe? And Latasha is in the building. I was, oh, look at my classy lady. How you doing, baby? Everybody's doing well. I mean, so the Denver Broncos beat up on the Chiefs like that? Didn't even let them score? Ooh, Denver might be the one to watch then. Hey, TRW, how you doing, baby D? Pastor Thomas is speaking to you, Carla, and may God bless you. We still having a three-peat. Oh, really, Brittany? Brittany has spoken it into the universe, and I hope your dreams come true. I don't know, though. And Denver beat up on them like that. Denver might be the one to watch. That underdog coming from up under. Everything is down. I always stay down, Brit. Just here to tell you. I just know a little few things about life because I've been here a long time. That's all. The Texas won today. All right then, classy lady. They need to. At least somebody from Texas won because Dallas didn't. America's team. That part, Brittany. Three-peat says thing. Look at these Chiefs fans up in here today. That's what I'm talking about. Your team is your team. Win or lose or draw, it don't matter. I can't stand them Tashas of the world. My sissy Pooh, she'll jump from one team to another. She used to be Green Bay. I don't know who she is today. I got a brother like that too. He will never tell you who his team is. Whoever is winning is his team. I cannot with him. That 83-year-old, I can't with him. He all over the place. Hey, Miss Vivian is saying, right, Miss V. Hey, pretty Vanessa. You came in with Vanessa Pretty Vibes, which is your channel, but I always call you Pretty Vanessa. She has a beautiful spirit to me, inside and out. Just love her. Yes, I do. Um, Pastor Thomas said, to God be the glory for allowing us to even see 2025. That's what I'm talking about. Don't bring that same old bull up in here that you left in 2024. Let it die in 2024. Don't bring it over here in 2025. I don't want to hear it. Done heard enough. We on some different stuff over here. You in the building, Latasha? Well, come on in, baby. You know where everything is in here. You don't walk through my house enough to know even where the salt and pepper shakers are if you need it, okay? Everything, from the bathroom to the front door. We done been through it all. Just help yourself. Hey, Carol, how you doing, sugar? Oh, look at Princess up in the building. She came back up in here one more time to see if she could talk about baby Gator. He in the same position doing the same thing with a smile on his face just like his mommy. Ain't got a care in the world. No, we don't roll like that over here. We stay smiling. We stay happy because we got a choice. We could either be mad and upset or we could be smiling and happy. We choose to be smiling and happy. Thank you very much. Hey, Miss Joy, how you doing? Yes, Lord. So blessed to see 2025 going to look up for us over here. First of all, we ain't messed with nobody. We ain't bothered nobody. And we ain't said nothing about nobody. They done said a lot of things about us, but, we don't care. It ain't stopping nothing we want to do. We still staying alive, ain't we? We ain't on the ground. We ain't living outside. We ain't driving around wondering if we gonna make it from A to B and B back to A, are we? Our health is all right, ain't it? Even with the little troubles we may have, God done pulled us through over here. Forget the dumb stuff. If I had a daughter that was going to be her name, closest to my twin brother, Carl. Carla would have been her name. Okay, okay. I did not have a name for my daughter at all. I was laying in the hospital worse than Peach McIntyre. That's the lady name with all them children over there. I was just trying to figure out what to name a child. Nothing went with her last name. Mm-mm. It was a very unusual name. You don't hear of them very many of them. And I'm like, man, what am I gonna name this child down? I done sit up here and had this baby natural. I done went through almost 21 hours of natural labor and I done pushed her out and I ain't got no name for her. I done had 9 months to figure out a name for a boy and a girl because I did not know what I was having. I was praying for a boy and wanted a girl second. God didn't have it that way. So I had the girl and the boy never came. And the reason why I didn't have any more children is because her father and I split when she was 4 years old. We had been together like 7.5 years. And I just didn't want babies from a bunch of different men. I saw friends out there fighting with this one, fighting with that baby daddy, all behind smoneys and all that. And I'm like, mm-mm. My second husband wanted to have kids, but I know now, like I told him, no, I do not want. You got a boy, I got a girl. Let's get these two children together and let's raise them in this home. So for 20 years, that's what we did. Got both of them kids on our feet, on their feet. So we could move on with our life. Not knowing it would be you going your way and I went my way. But I always did things that made sense in my life. I'm not staying nowhere where I'm not happy. And I don't want you staying there if you ain't happy. And it don't make no difference whether I left him or he left me. The thing of it is, we came to the agreement that we need to leave each other, okay? But for the record, he left because I stayed in the house and I told him, you need to go, okay? But who left the marriage or who initiated the divorce was me. Get out of my business and stop trying to tell my story because you don't know. And then 2004, oh, I'm not calling your name. You know who you said it. I was happily married in 2004. Stop coming out here lying to these people. Um, we are grown ups over here, very grown, very mature. Okay, outstanding women and men who take care of our own personal business and don't have time to worry about the other. We sympathize with each other, we empathize with each other, we help each other when we can. Anybody seen Tasha? Because she came out here saying her father had passed away and he was in the morgue. They would not release his body. I've talked to Mr. Miller. Tasha, come on in the chat. Let me tell you what he said, honey. Um, that's the man who owned the funeral home in my small hometown. Been on, it was actually his father's funeral home, and he was an attorney in Los Angeles and came back from Los Angeles and took over the funeral home some 50 years ago when he was a young man after his father passed. But I did get the opportunity to talk to him, and I can tell her exactly what's wrong and why they won't release him. If you want to email me, Tasha, instead of me bringing it out live out here, then you can do that too, because I'm not going to say a word till I hear from you. Um, they not like us in my Kendrick Lamar voice now. We different people over here. We know how to mind our business. We know how to go out in life and make something of our life. We like fun and laughter and entertainment, usually at my expense. Y'all always talk about me and laughing at me, but I'm a big girl with thick skin and I can take it. And I know you don't mean no harm because you wouldn't come up in here supporting me every day. So I just laugh at it and keep it moving. Amen. I agree with you, Ms.V. Yes, Veronica. Okay. Iconera Calls Jr. I don't know what that is. I need my daughter after this old actress named Sid Charisse. I need my daughter after this old. Oh, you named your daughter after this old actress named Sid Charisse. The only Sid I've known in my life is like Sidney Poitier. on the big screen, and then my girlfriend said the one I told you had been molested as a child, and I went to up to her house and stayed with her like a week. Last year, I got a video out here where I'm at her house in Greenwood, and the problems it caused her in her life up until this day. Um, Her name is Sidney, and we call her Sid. Okay, she's named after her father Sidney. Okay, moving on. Carol, I thought I was having girls with both sons. Wow. See, back then they had just started doing the test where you could tell whether it was a girl or a boy and all of that. And they weren't that good of tests because I got the little pictures. Man, they had to show me what was the fingers and the toes on the pictures back then. I'm sure they much better now. Um, when my grandson was born, we knew it was a boy, and we were prepared for a boy. Thought she was going to have him naturally, but she ended up having C-sections with both of them. So luckily, she got exactly what she wanted. She got the boy first. 11 months later, here comes the girl. She was done. So they are the same age, 1 month out of the year. In April, they both are the same age. Then Jackson moves on about his business, and then Lauren catches up in 11 months. Okay, please like, share, subscribe. Thank you, Sting. I appreciate you always. Peace and blessings to you all from Miss Aretha is in the building all the way from the boot. My home girl. Thank you for coming over, Miss Aretha. Back when I was having my kids, you didn't have the option of knowing the gender. It had just come about, Sting. Like I said, when I had her, and she was 43 this past December. And like when they showed me the pictures, it was like, I'm going to go home and show the father, my husband, but I'm going to have to point it out to him. Oh, so that's the head? You didn't know the head from the booty. You didn't know the fingers from the toes. It was, they knew, but if I had to just look at it and find it, I'd have failed that test. Hey, Miss Sharon Johnson, how you doing? We over here chatting about anything and everything you want to chat about today. Where's that Bama? I didn't even look to see who was on live. I just popped on. I had time between now and going to work, and I just popped on. I said, okay, I ain't got nothing else to do. I can't get outside and do what I want to do. I don't want to lay down and go back to sleep. I can sleep later, okay? Y'all, that used to be one of my things. I used to say all the time, when I was little, I didn't like to sleep. Now that I'm older, I love to lay down and take naps. But then when I was little, I used to tell my mom all the time, I ain't finna go to sleep. You come talking about take a nap. I don't want a nap. I sleep when I leave here. Now I got old and at the point where I could leave at any time. Now I love to lay down and sleep. It takes the pressure off. You feel renewed when you wake up. We didn't have tests done, says Carol. I dreamt both were boys, although I wanted girls. I was just the opposite. I wanted the boy first and the girl second. I wanted two kids. And coming from a great big family, I didn't want a bunch of children. Plus, when she came along in the 80s, times were a little rough back then. We've gone through rough spots. We had just bought a new home. We had just bought two cars. We had been long on our jobs. Him or me. And then we went through a gas crisis in the 80s because I remember working for Amoco. I didn't work for the gas refinery. I worked for the chemical sector, but we could go over Texas City and get free gas at the refinery over there. And my days to go over there was on Thursdays. If I went over there on a Thursday evening and showed my badge, I could get a free tank of gas because they wanted you to come to work. And I worked 36 miles from Texas City and lived in West Texas City at the time. That's how it went down. But every decade, there has been something going on ever since I've been here. We got it on videos out here. We've done a lot of chatting out here. I've done the 70s all the way up to the 2000s and how times have changed and hairstyles and clothing and shoes and jobs and life itself. The changes we've seen. Go back and catch some of them videos. Miss Vivian say she love naps too. You ain't gotta worry when you sleep, and that's about as close to dead as you're gonna get when you sleep. If you wasn't breathing, you would be gone. That's how close you are. Let's see. Gia Jobley. Hello. How are you? Carol, all three pregnancies, I knew what my kids were going to be. Oh, wow. I didn't. I kind of knew that she would do something in the medical field because as a little girl, she was always coming up with some kind of taking an ink pen and giving you a shot with the ink pen. Maybe it was a hairpin. She had to give you a shot. Um, my dad was bald. And in his older years, all the curly hair was gone except that ring around the back. But she was up there fumbling in his head, putting all kind of Vaseline and all kind of stuff, talking about, Papa, she gonna grow your hair back. And just she was always trying to fix folks when something was wrong with them. I just knew she would be something in the medical field, and she is. And I guess that's the way it was supposed to be. She's worked in different areas of the medical field in hospice. She's worked in the doctor's office, um, pharmaceutical sales. She'll move around, and in that field, that's a good thing. You can do that. That's one good thing about and you can always go back to school and become bigger and greater. Okay, I admire her because she was getting her master's when she got pregnant with Jackson, and she went through and got her master's that year, pregnant and working. So my hat's off to her. She's very smart. When it comes to book sense, sharp, sharp, sharp. Graduated from high school in 3 years. Went down to Xavier, lost credits, came back to Prairie View, and still graduated on time. Now, when it comes to book sense, you can't touch it. When it comes to common sense, send her to the store for some salt and watch her bring back sugar. That's my child. You gotta know your children, okay? Carol, I just wanted one of each, and that's what I had. Girl first, then boy. Okay, gotta answer prayers. And this thing jumped again as soon as I take my darn hands off of it. Okay. I'm going back up. I'm going to find it. Don't you say nothing, Sting. Okay. Sting be on my ass over here, y'all. Right here. I dreamt that my first granddaughter was a girl. God blessed me with 3 grand girls. God, wait a minute. Got my girls and daughter-in-laws. That's a good thing. When you can get along with your in-laws, Miss Carol, it makes life a lot smoother. It really, really does. My mom had 7 daughter-in-laws before she passed because there was some divorces involved. But the good thing about it, they all loved and admired my mom. They never, ever, not to this day, will say anything other than the person she truly was. A God sent to them all. She taught my oldest sister-in-law was in my family 50 years. That's the one that was married to the 83-year-old. She passed of cancer uh, going on 4 years ago. But she didn't even know how to drive when she came in the family. My mom taught her how to drive. She didn't know how to cook that well. Became the best cook watching my mom. Um, the next daughter-in-law didn't really have a mother figure in her life. My mom became her mom. Until this day, we're more like sisters because of my mother instead of my sister-in-law. That'll be Shantae's mother, my little niece that wanted me to come down there to her house for Thanksgiving, but I got sick. Um, there's another daughter-in-law, which would have been my brother's second wife, out in Vegas. They adopted a little boy, Joey, and he kept the family together. Um, it's just I don't know. I tried so hard to be my mom when it came to the in-law part of it, but the in-laws gotta want to too. Now, if they don't want to, ain't nothing you can do. Just let them go on about their business, okay? Brittany said, I wanted three boys, but God gave me this little girl. And she gave you that little girl for a reason, Brittany. So enjoy. They don't stay little long. And Katie is very advanced and mature. In some ways, she reminds me of mine because mine was the only child, very sharp. You had to keep her brain occupied, even in school. Put her up by your desk because she gonna get through first and she gonna disrupt the class and she gonna talk and I'm gonna have to leave work, come beat her ass, come back to work. So don't call me. I'm telling you what to do. I raised her. I know who she is. Give her some work after she finish her test. Give her some more work. If she done accomplished the third grade work, give her some fourth grade work. But keep giving it to her. To make her mouth be quiet because baby, she could talk. Yes, she could. Carla, we only wanted to be a boy and a girl, and we had them in that order. My son is 5 years older than my daughter, but the second son sneaking their honors. Okay, who was this thing? I got to stop and think about your name. J or Mira, Jamira. That's it. Miss Carter. Mr. Carter, I don't know which one you are. Tell me. What I missed? We just over here chit-chatting. You ain't missed a thing. Chit-chatting about anything and everything we wanted to. Ms.V had some time, and I came out here to talk to my sugar wiggers and my beautiful butterflies. So just come on in with whatever you want to talk about. We're going to talk about it and keep it moving. Miss Sharon is speaking to you, Brittany. Pretty Vanessa says, I only wanted one girl and I got her. My nerves bad. Them little girls will make your nerves bad. And they're expensive too. Y'all think boys are expensive, but they really not. You can put some tennis shoes on them and go on give them that name brand shirt and some old raggedy blue jeans, and they good to go. Go get their hair cut. That's it. Little girls losing bow rats every day, losing ribbons every day. You got to mind hair down her back, thicker than ooh, thick. I got to do it at night. I ain't got time to fool with all that hair in the morning and put that stocking cap on there and then brush them edges in the morning. We got to hit it. She was a bow girl. That's what her teacher used to call her because we had all different color bow reds for every day, all different color ribbons and all that good stuff. She come home. I put two on there. She come home with one. If I put three on there, she come home with none. That's the way it went. Then you got to fix them cute. Especially if they girly girls. She was a girly girl. Had a foot problem for a while. She was born with inverted ankles, which made her walk on her feet turned in this way. So that had to be corrected. But they wouldn't correct it until her foot got to be a certain size. So around the fourth grade, before then, she was wearing corrective shoes. They looked like them old cheerleader shoes, them Oxfords, black and white. That's the only color they came in. Back then, I'm talking about in the 80s, them shoes was hitting me up for over $100. She break them bad boys down in 3 months. And then we had to drive all the way to Westheimer to get her foot fitted for the shoe and then wait till the shoe was made and then come back. She didn't like him because the kids teased her about him. I was like, Lord, can we hurry up and have the surgery? So today she has metal rods that go from one side of her foot around the ankle to the other side. And she walks straight. But we had to go through that. We had to go through some stuff with her. Lord, help me, Jesus. Uh-huh. No, Miss V, I'm not talking about it's a grown ups. I'm talking about the gender. Okay. Mine are 6 years apart thing. My mom had seven. That wasn't gonna be. Okay, says Carla. Okay, let's see. Your mom had 10 kids thing. Okay. People had big families back then. It was seven of us. Most of the people in the neighborhood, very few people in the neighborhood when I grew up had just one or two children. It was a house full of children. My girlfriend Villas, the one that we've been friends since I was 5 years old, they had a big old family. And she's just started losing siblings here lately. But there was a whole bunch of them down there. Carla's mother said 10 children thing. Okay. Carol, amen. My daughter-in-laws give me the utmost respect. And that's good, Miss Carol. I'm glad your sons picked women like that because it's them who pick these people and bring them to you. And then if they ain't quite right, you be looking at them upside the head like, what the hell I'm supposed to do with them? Why you brought them to me? Girl, you know we ain't got nothing in common. I got to overload myself with a lot of love and a lot of peace and happiness and joy to even sit in the company of these folks. Mm-mm. Um, and my grandfather had 12 kids. Wow. My daddy was kind of an unusual person for his generation. He was an only child. My grandmother lost one in childbirth and had him, and that was it. And then he had one half sister, my grandfather's daughter. But they grew up knowing each other and were just like brothers and sisters for a lifetime. She was always Aunt Nancy. I told y'all about her. She lived out in Flagstaff, Arizona, near the Indian reservation, and they retired. Came back to Jonesboro, Louisiana, after him working many years out in the woods cutting logs. And they had a very good life, no children. We were their children. My father's children were their children. I gave them the same respect. I was like that for my mother in law. Okay. My mother was the same way. She took care of her mother and her mother-in-law. And her mother-in-law, which was my father's mother, always lived with us. My grandpa and my grandmother and grandfather always lived with us until they passed. We were one big old house. And I love myself some grandma. Grandpa, I was a little scared of him. 6'6", 200 some pounds. Dark, really, really dark. Grandma was real light skinned. I got a video out here with me and my grandmother in a little country store. I'm a baby, and she has me out there holding me in the store. Real light complected, but he was very dark. And I met him when he was older. The boys don't know him like that. They know him traveling and taking them to Canada where his brother lived, and who worked for the railroad. The other brother who lived in St. Louis, who was a barber, they traveled with him. But by the time I came along, he was old. He was almost blind. He was a little senile. And he was kind of mean to me. I ain't fool with Grandpa. Whenever I had to take his food in the room, I went in there like this. Grandpa, Mama told me to bring your food. I put it on this stand and I got up out of there. I ain't fool with him like that. Grandma was the love of my life. I thought I was going to be a basket case when she left me. I'd been with her in that store for over 2 years every day because I first stayed with my aunt when my mom was going to college. And then I came back home when I was, I guess, going to be 4, close to 4, and stayed with my grandmother until she passed away. And then she left me right as I was getting ready to turn 6. Oh, wow. I never will forget that. That was the saddest day for a little girl. Brittany, do you want any more kids? Says Pretty Vanessa. I love the closeness that Vanessa and Brittany have with their girls. You can see it, huh, Miss Sharon? Yes, you can tell. You can tell out here when parents really want to be bothered with their children and their grandchildren or whatever. I'm never bringing mine out here because that's my daughter's wishes. I don't want nothing to do with YouTube. That's your channel. These people ain't gonna be out here plucking my nerves and talking about me and my children because I don't know them and I don't want nothing to do with it. So I've respected her wish. But for those of you, and I've seen how people can talk about your children and put children down. That's sickening to me. But you can tell the closeness they have with their children and the relationship they have with their children, whether they are young or whether they're grown. Still your children. My son-in-laws and I also get along well, lots of respect throughout the family. And that's a good thing. Respect. And a lot of people don't understand that word. Uh, uh, uh. Not at all. Respect. Aretha, she told you about that long time ago. Latasha, I know several folks that had 10 plus. I do too. That was a little preacher in my hometown, had 20 some children. There's Couple in Hitchcock, Texas, down there by Miss Margaret, got 20 some children. Be wondering how you fed all them children and how you made all them babies. I get tired of pushing out babies, but they didn't. And it's amazing that all of those children turned out to be somebody. Not nobody in the jailhouse or got killed early in life. They did well. Not me. After son, I told Doc to throw everything in the ocean. I know that's right. Look at Aqua Blue. Hey, what's going on, Aqua Blue? That part with my granddaughters 9 and 5, I absolutely love. Miss Carol, you got a lot of love in your home, period. I was raised an only child, but my dad was Rolling Stone, and we all know each other too. That's good. I mean, if it happened like that, it happened like that. You might as well get along. You ain't got no control of it one way or the other. Mr. DeVille is up in here. Or do you pronounce that DeVille? Good evening, Miss V. Hey, how you doing? Carla, I'm an only child, so is my son, says Latasha. Were you spoiled rotten? Or did she kind of treat you like you may have had other siblings even though you didn't? My mom was an only child. Her mom was an only child. And grandma was an only child. Oh, okay. That was one and done. Okay. What's up, Bama? Bama, I've been talking about you. I was asking. Oops. There it is. I done hit the button. Thank you, Bama. Thank you for your encouraging words and compliments, Miss V. It really does mean a lot. Yes, it does. Anytime a person is respecting you, they don't have to honor you at all. But just that's all I've ever asked. Respect me, I'm gonna respect you. Don't come over here in my home disrespecting my home. I ain't disrespecting your home. I don't do that kind of stuff. And that irritates me with people when they do stuff like that. It's like, what is wrong with you? What happened to you? Did somebody drop you on your head? Is something missing up there? Get a life. Your own. Go tell your own story. I got it. Thank you, Miss Sharon. I had hit the button up there, moving it up. Okay, everybody's saying they can't hear me. Y'all gonna have to read the lips on that part. Okay, now y'all ain't tripping. I had hit the button. Okay. I'm going on past all this. Okay, I done got to the bottom down here. Okay, wait a minute. Latasha's saying, I'm big on respect. Me too. Don't disrespect me if I ain't disrespecting you. Don't talk about me if I ain't talking about you. Because it just, It irritates me to the point where I don't ever want to be in your company. I don't want you around me. Why are you calling my name? I'm not calling your name. What have I done to you? Say it and let's get it over with. Don't be all that old back and forth stuff. That's childish, immature. I can't deal with immature people like that. Mm-mm. And then gonna lie and try to make it seem like it's you. You always the problem. No, you the problem. You out here with it. Anybody talk about you? Anybody even thinking about you? Get go. G-I-T in a hurry. You was talking too fast. You said Bama, and then it was like nothing. Oh, okay, Bama. But thanks for letting me know that it had gone silent. You got 10 kids, Lakin? Oh my goodness. Like how you do that? How do you take care of 10 children? My God. Man, I had trouble with one. And it was because at the time, both parents were working. We had acquired a little something real quick. A house for one thing. That was the biggest purchase we did a month before we were married. We closed on the house in November, got married in December. He moved in. I moved in after the wedding in January. So we got bills. So we both are working. And then me working 12 hours a day, I gave her my time every day, even if it wasn't but 30 minutes or an hour. And I made her understand if you're going to be able to do some of the things you want to do in life, it's going to require both of us working, okay? Now, if you want me to come home and be the sit down mother and just be here all day waiting on you to come home, because you're going to be in school in a little while, then I can do that too. But it ain't going to be the life you want to live. The little girl got a chance to do a whole lot of things because I was working. Now, I'm not sure if she really appreciated it or not. Sometimes she show it, sometimes she don't. But she was able to go to Mexico on her senior trip. Went down there and came back with an eyebrow pierced, and I'm looking at her like, let that thing get infected, and they gonna cut half of your face off. And don't say nothing to me. Why would you go over there in a place where you don't even know if it's sterile or not and get your eyebrow pierced when you could have got it done here? My mother hated it. My aunties hated it. She waits until my mother passed away. She's getting ready to go to Xavier in New Orleans her freshman year. When my mom passed in August, we're getting ready to take her down there in a couple of weeks to start school. How you gonna put that old earring in the casket with my mama for her to take it with her? Ooh, I told you, the good little girl, she ain't rap tight. Something ain't right. She's smarter than books, but baby, raising her wasn't easy. Because she was always a step ahead of you. You had to outthink her because she already had put it together in her mind. She knew how to come and ask you for things that you couldn't really say no to. But she got a 6-bit change. She got Lauren, who looks just like I did as a little girl, same complexion, lot of hair on her head, and can outthink her. Very sharp. She getting it back. Her karma is Lauren. Jackson is laid back, much like I am, much like his dad. He don't worry about stress about nothing. He's a computer geek and he loves his computers and all that stuff. And he always, I don't know what he gonna be. It's gonna be something that scientists or something that have to figure out stuff and study stuff and research stuff. That's who he is. Okay. Lauren, she in this, she in that, she in the other, she in another. Just like her mama. 1 minute she in the band. I done went and bought a saxophone from a friend of mine and went and bought her some reeds. That happened for a year. She out of that. She in a dance group now. She out of that. She in student council now. She out of that. She running for something on the court. I don't know all this stuff. Then it's prom time, and she invited to 4 different proms. You can't wear the same dress to none of the proms, and they in different cities. One in Lake, one in Texas City, one is in Clear Creek, one is over the other side of Houston. Then people ain't seen no dress over there, but you got to get my card to go charge up another dress. I can't with her. I told you we different as night and day. Lake and I have 7 with 2 grands. Oh, Rhonda, girl, you sure don't look like you got no 7 children. Y'all kept your bodies up. That's for sure. 5 boys and 5 girls. I trained my kids from small. So what you got to do, you got to catch them in the crib when they first get here. No means no. That is a blessing. Says Lakin. In actuality, I have 5 kids. 3 I birthed and I raised 2 of my brothers. Well, I might have 6, 7, 8 kids then, because I raised all of my brothers. They were older, they were young, they were still going out, they were in the nightclubs. We had a place in Monroe called the Heads Palladium, where Ike and Tina Turner used to come, and James Brown, and all kind of people on that chitlin circuit. So while they were out partying and having a good time, I was younger than them, so I was there taking care of their children. So technically, I could have 7 or 8. Um, what you laughing at me, Vanessa? Let's see, Bama. Yeah, no matter how many you have, they are all blessings. Exactly. Even if you can't take care of them, God's gifts. They are truly a gift from God. Um, Rhonda is saying she missed you, Carla. Carla's been busy taking care of she has a cancer patient, Rhonda. I don't know if you knew, but she's been busy. She hadn't been in my chat that much, and she's been over here with me since week 1. But that's where she been. But y'all do know if I had my boy first, it wouldn't have been no more. Oh, so you was gonna be like that. See, God fixed you, Bama. Uh-huh. Look at Miss Sharon laughing. I have 11 grandkids. Wow. I have 2, and I'm thankful for those. Ooh, we Lakin, bless your heart. I just had my granddaughter for a week and she drove me nuts. They can when you get older. You're out of that parenting mode, that uh I don't know what you call it, where you raising your children. That's why when I go over to Unit 1 with them babies, I be like, man, I'm doing this for the night. But I did, y'all get me out of here. I'm not over here to try to potty train nobody's children. Them days is over. And these are special needs children too. Get me back over there to Unit 6 where they getting ready to get up out of here. Or Unit 4 even. But them first 3 units, them little kids drive you nuts. And you have about 6 or 7 of them waking up all times of the night and wanting this and wanting that. You feeling sorry for them because the parents are not with them. They're not even from Texas. They from somewhere else. And you want to nourish them and hold them and bring them back to health. And all of a sudden, they special needs and you got them patting them and they done bit the stank out of you. And you want to getting me from over here. No, 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 no. I have 8 grandkids and 1 great daughter. Oh, you got a great granddaughter. Okay. Hey, my Riri. We just been over here chatting about this and that. And it ended up being talking about children and how many children we got and grandchildren we got. And we all seem to be blessed that we have them. Ms.V, you heard me say Scooty here. Yes, I did. I was live and had to get off. He came in fighting. What you say? That's my boy. Beat up because you always messing with him. That's why. Come back on before I go to work and let me see him. My sons don't have any kids, just my girls. Okay, well, you got more to come then sooner or later. So anyway, now to come to the end of the road. We had a great conversation over here. See, we can just come out here and we can just chat about ourselves and have great conversations and learn a lots about each other. But I'm gonna need you to come on so I can see my Scooty. I love that little boy. He is so cute and so sweet. I love it. He is a typical boy. And you leave him alone too. Now I'm gonna have to come and get you. Anyway, y'all, thank y'all for hitting the like button. I certainly appreciate it. I'm coming up on my hour. I'm going to sit back and just chill and drink my beverage, which I didn't do while I was on live. I was busy talking to y'all. And then see who else comes on the tube that I can watch before it's time for me to go to work. Because I leave out of here tonight. I'm going to leave out about 10:15. And I usually get there right about 10, between 10:25, 10:30, and I clock in at 10:38. But I'll be watching y'all, but I can't turn it up. And I got to give me some ear pods where I can listen to it and where I won't have the sound. So maybe I'll go out and do that on my 2 days off. Give me some pods to go with it. But I got to go get two cell phones first. I done cracked these phones. The phone I'm on is cracked up. And that phone over there, I dropped this so much when I was working down on that bus. I don't know what's wrong. It come on when it want to come on. But anyway, y'all have a great night. It's been real, but I got to go to the road. Yeah, to see my children. And I'll talk to y'all later. Have a wonderful night. Much love to you. Good night.